history. You hear about this and you read about that. I don't wanna look at Grumpy Cat. This is how to watch TV. What's that I hear? You hear the lost finale. It's not your fault that you can't see what we see. This is how to watch TV. On Comeuppance Network. This is how to watch TV. On Comeuppance Network. This is how to watch TV.
Welcome to How to Watch TV. We are now doing a live, well, not live, a video cast as well. So, welcome to the show. My name is Joel Henderson. With me, as always,
Jeremy Visitis.
Yeah, see, I threw you off there. I normally say your name, and then you just go, yeah.
I picked it up pretty good, though.
Yeah,
okay.
You covered.
All right.
We are here for this week of How to Watch TV, where we go through the week and tell you what was worth watching. And I don't know, we're trying to add in a few more visual things here. We got a couple dealies here, you know, just for decoration. We're going to get a nice little sign.
A sign for our logo.
Just trying to make it more visually interactive as well. And if you're listening on the podcast, well, too bad. Watch the video on YouTube. I'm sure it'll be up there. They're all free.
If you don't want to look at us, just listen.
Yeah, that's fine. I totally get that too. We won't make it exclusive one way or the other.
We have radio faces. So anyway, what do we watch this week?
I have a few notes here. Okay, let me just go to my notes first of all.
Okay.
Jerry Seinfeld.
I thought you were going to touch on this.
I am absolutely going to touch on this. Jerry Seinfeld. What happened to the funny guy from Seinfeld? Like, he used to be like seemingly happy-go-lucky, and now it's like bitter old man stuff. And like,
I mean, is it just because he hasn't done anything in so many years? I mean, he's still writing the success of the show. Like, really,
but he's doing Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. It's really irritating. What he said was, when asked about user-generated content in concern to YouTube, he said, I'm still an old show business guy. I think show business is for talent. There's room for other people, but I like hierarchy and I like being at the top of the pyramid.
I mean, does he say that like tongue in cheek or like?
It didn't sound tongue in cheek.
No.
I
don't. I think somebody read it. I didn't hear him say it like out loud. So
yeah, I'm sure it's not quite as snarky as I'm reading it, but it's definitely something that's really condescending to say. And like, I don't know. Just to summarize, TV sucks now, but was great when he was on it. The internet sucks except his show on the internet, which is great.
I mean, I don't know. Well,
that's my summary from that.
To
He's the shit, and everybody else
he hasn't done
real
any
talent.
movies or hasn't done any like stand-up specials or anything like that. I've never even seen the show you're talking about. So
it's on the internet.
Yeah, I don't.
And 95% of that is garbage.
Yeah,
the YouTube is a garbage.
I don't agree with what he said.
To some degree, I get it. To some degree, but I think, I mean, maybe the number isn't even wrong. His percentage of what on YouTube is shit, because a lot of it is shit, and a lot of it people don't even put any effort into to try to make a decent product. Like some people, I mean, anything down to kids just throwing shit out there. I get it, but there's a lot of really fucking talented people on YouTube.
Exactly.
There's a lot of great stuff out there, and it can, if you know where to look, it can supplement TV if you absolutely had to. I'm sure you could find enough stuff on there to watch.
See, I've always claimed I'd never entertain myself like that.
What, on YouTube?
Just on YouTube or watching stupid videos.
I fall down the YouTube wormhole occasionally, but it's like it always starts with something solid, like a angry video game nerd, or you know what I mean. Any number of things that I'll end up on. Okay. And yeah, it always spirals into something. But I mean, I get what he's saying, but the way he says things lately is what bothers me. It's the way he's...
Well, do you have another example? Because this is the first thing I've really heard. Like, I mean, did he...
He just, when he does things, he sounds very curmudgeon-y. He sounds very...
Well, that's how he came off to me.
Yeah.
On when he showed up on Louie. That's the only thing I've seen him in recently was that episode of Louie in season 3 where he was doing the late night thing and it was between... Letterman was retiring. It was between him and Jerry Seinfeld getting the job. He came off real kind of smug to me like that, but I just thought it was kind of part of the deal, like that he was doing for this particular role in the show. He was going to come off like that.
Oh, that's
how he really is.
That was his bit. I'm not saying that he is. All I'm saying is that where is somebody that's letting him know how he's coming across to the public. That's all. He needs a better PR person because his stuff is becoming increasingly less like sounding like a comedian that I want to go see and more sounding just like somebody who's, I don't know, bitter about something. Why? What's the point? You're rich as fuck. You have all kinds of money. Why are you hating?
I don't understand. I mean, I guess if somebody asks you a question and you're gonna give them an honest answer, I don't know. I mean,
I guess I don't like it because I put a lot of stuff on YouTube. So if that makes me personally invested in it. Plus, I love Jerry Seinfeld. His humor has been great. Although I do tend to believe that it's slightly more on the Larry David side. I think I fall slightly more on the Larry David side of loving their brand of humor. Because Seinfeld...
That's another thing I got to put on my list, I guess, is Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything. It's nothing against it. I just haven't watched it.
It's Seinfeld without the scripting, the heavily scripting. Basically, he gives bullet points for episodes.
And they just
do it. He just has talented enough people that they know, and he's like, okay, so you
Jeff
overreact about
Garland's
the
on
coffee.
there, right?
Yeah, he's like, like you overreact about the coffee and be totally unreasonable, and somehow I'm the asshole. You know what I mean? And like then they just do that scene, and it's really hilarious.
Any interviews or anything I've seen with Larry David, he's hilarious. So
he seems like a reluctant celebrity.
Right. He doesn't.
Which is what I want from Jerry. I don't like it when people are like, "Oh, love me, love me."
I'm at the top of the pyramid. Like, oh, what pyramid are you at the top of right now? I don't really understand that.
It's just
he was at the top of the pyramid at one point in time, but I mean, what does he have right now that's on the top of the pyramid? I don't really agree with that statement.
I guess because his show, his Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, has been viewed some ridiculous number of times. Like something that they said, and I could be totally off on this number, but I thought it was something like 60 million times or something. It's been watched.
I mean,
it could be way off.
I get it.
But he was saying that it's better than...
I'm not denying the success of Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm doing here. And that's...
No, but that's what he was boasting about,
It was
basically.
a really smug thing to say. And what have you done for me lately?
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That is seemingly a hit. It's picked up by Sony. It's not just him doing it. But he's like... he was making remarks about how, I want something that's a little more than just, picking up your camera at home and like, fancy detail work. And like, I get all that too. Because, yes, if you're serious about something, you're going to do it right. Don't just be a smug, condescending asshole about talking about it and critiquing other people. That's it. It's really just, as my mom always said, it's kind of like... the way you approach a situation has a direct bearing on the outcome. This is, if he didn't approach it from such a like smug, I'm the shit point of view, I would agree with him on most of the points. A lot of YouTube is a trash can. However, there's a lot of good stuff there, but maybe it does fall in the 5% range. I mean, who's to say that he's wrong on that? It's the way he said it.
It's the way he came off.
That's
it's simply the way he came off.
It's just the smugness. I hate smugness.
Yeah.
I cannot stand smugness. It's one of the things that probably keeps me from getting a little bit further with some of my stuff because I won't just openly go, "Oh, it's the greatest thing ever. You gotta watch it." I just be like, "Hey, you should check it out." You know what I mean? Like I like to undersell, so that hopefully I could exceed expectations versus the other, where I'm like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest, funniest thing ever." And then you watch it and you're like, "Yeah, it's okay." You know what I mean? But if I said it at this is probably go into it expecting what you want, and then you're like, "Oh wow, dude, that was actually pretty funny." That's kind of the side I lean towards, and so that's probably feeds into my "don't be a smug asshole."
Yeah.
Anyways,
okay, moving on.
A couple things that we need to watch. One of which being Louie. That started back up this past week. We missed it this week.
You're talking about the new episodes.
Season 5.
Okay.
Yeah, there's one new episode out. There will be another one before next week, so we'll cover the first 2 of season 5 next Monday.
Sounds good.
Orphan Black season 3 just started. I didn't finish 2 yet. I know you haven't even started on that, but that's definitely a good one to check out. You started Daredevil.
I finished Daredevil.
You got any spoiler-free kind of thing on that? Because I haven't watched it yet. I plan on it this week.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things to where the story's out there.
Oh, so it's not...
Daredevil. It's not a new character. Daredevil's been around for a long time.
Okay.
It's a new take on it, just as if like the Dark Knight was a new take on Batman.
Okay.
It was really good. I thought it was
it?
really cool. I enjoyed it. It ties in to the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, slightly, not real heavily at all.
MCU.
That's what they call it online, I guess. You know, and everybody, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That makes sense, I guess.
It was really good. I don't want to spoil anything. The dude who plays Wilson Fisk, the bad guy, I think his name is Vincent D'Onofrio or something
D'Onofrio?
like D'Onofrio. He was Pyle in Full Metal Jacket.
I haven't seen that.
Okay, so that he was also.
Sorry, this is fucking How to Watch TV, not How to Watch every goddamn movie from your childhood, okay? I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I didn't see Indiana Jones. I've never seen Star Wars. I just had to get that off my chest. There's some old movies that I just have not seen, so fucking...
Well, speaking of Star Wars, we're going to be doing a Star Wars podcast.
There will be 6 special Star Wars podcasts, episodes leading up to the release of the movie. We may have to do them slightly more often than once a month if I keep procrastinating. But how long do I get to say? I only get to in my lifetime either have or have not watched Star Wars, and I have not watched Star Wars yet, besides Episode 1 and Episode 4, which I watched in that order. And what I plan to do is to watch 1 through 6. And I don't want anybody I don't want to discuss things on those podcasts that discuss anything beyond the movie we just watched. So, like, it's going to be really hard for the people that have seen. I think Aaron Brown is going to join us, but me, you, and Aaron Brown probably will be discussing those. And, if we're watching Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, I don't want anybody talking about 2 through 6 then. Like, we're focusing on that movie for that one. I don't want it to be like, in Episode 4...
I see, that's the idea, though, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's going to be tough.
Exactly.
But it's going
to
be, but it ought to be fun.
It's got to be that way, though, because I don't want it to be like, even though, yeah, I know, Luke, I am your father. I know Luke gets his hand cut off. Like, I don't want people when we're doing 4 to go, yeah, but in 6, see, it comes back together because, like, they got to stand on their own, you know? It
still stands as a series, though, too.
I know, but at the time, you watched that one movie, and that one movie stood on its own. You know what I mean? And then they released a sequel. I'm sure they had them planned from the beginning, but if it had failed,
right,
you would have got one movie.
Right.
Would you have been satisfied after the first movie?
No.
Was the first one,
no,
4 good enough?
Absolutely not, no.
4 wasn't a complete package?
I mean, yeah, I guess so, but you would have had to... You still wanted to see more.
But it could have... I mean, did it feel like at least the story from that episode...
Yeah, it could have, I guess.
And it could have been a standalone, you know what I mean, sci-fi treasure that was lost, or you know what I mean, that somehow...
If it wouldn't have continued, if it would have been just one movie, it would be just...
Why? 5 and 6 are better than 4? Without any detail.
I mean, it all stands together. Like, you have to... That's what I think. You'd have to watch it.
Because I've heard people go, Return of the Jedi is the best one, or... You know, Empire
it
Strikes
just
Back
depends on who you talk to
compared to that. And, you know,
I liked them all when I was a kid. I liked all of the movies. I didn't care which one I was watching.
So the idea of this is the fun that I haven't seen them, and I'm watching them out of order. You know, that people would prefer that I watch them. No, you got to watch 4, 5, and 6, then 1, 2. No, I want to watch this motherfucking shit chronologically. Watch Chronologically Lost. It's online. You can find it. It's good. Watch regular Lost first, or I fucking dare you, if anybody out there wants to watch Chronologically Lost first before ever having seen Lost and do a podcast about it, I would love to co-host that with you. Please. If
I don't know that I'll ever watch chronologically Lost.
It's so good. It's so interesting to see. Anyways, Lip Sync Battle. You should check that out too. It's stupid, but it's fun. And
is this YouTube content?
Fluff. No, I'm talking a real show on NBC now called Lip Sync Battle, hosted by LL Cool J.
Oh.
But
I don't know,
But
man.
It's 2 celebrities, and then they lip sync 2 songs. And in the first song, it's just them. And then in the second song, they can have props, backup dancers.
The lip sync?
Yeah. It's fun as hell to watch. I'm telling you, it's interesting. It's entertaining, is all.
I beg to differ.
Watch
I haven't even seen it. We'll see.
Because, the first one you get The Rock and Jimmy Fallon.
I'm not gonna waste my hard drive space on that.
It's 22 minutes and it goes by like 10.
Okay.
And it's entertaining. Oh, I'm just saying to everybody watching or listening that check it out if you want something light. Everything I watch is like super serialized. So like it was nice the other night for Jen and I. We sat down and watched all 4 episodes of that are out now. And it was fluff, and we were laughing, and it was good. Like, some people from shows that I watched.
It sounds like Jenna would really enjoy that.
Yeah, but it's not like the crap that you get with like a Dancing with the Stars, where they're doing the whole reality show side of it. It's literally just they come out on stage, LL Cool J says something, one comes out, does their song, the second one comes out, does their song, they go to commercial, they come back, and then the other 2 perform their second. You know what I mean? Like, it's not any of the bullshit part of it. It's literally just people taking totally serious lip syncing.
And they just got to know all the words and just be able to...
I mean, they pick the songs. Nobody knows what songs they are. The contestants don't know what the other person is going to do. Nor does LL Cool J or the other ridiculous co-host that they just put out there for the sake of it.
He's got a co-host now?
She's been out there, like, she's the DJ or whatever, but she doesn't do anything. She's just John Legend's girlfriend, and she comments on stuff.
I mean, you're not.
I know I'm not selling that.
I'm not going to watch. I probably won't watch it.
But come on, The Rock and Jimmy Fallon, and I'll spoil one thing. The Rock does Taylor Swift.
I don't like Jimmy Fallon.
But I just said The Rock.
He's got a show, an HBO series coming out.
That doesn't look all that intriguing. It looks like a wannabe. It looks like a wannabe Entourage or something cooler than it is. Like, I love The Rock in most things he's done, but he doesn't seem to like. From the trailer, I'm not getting a clear picture on what that character is. What his character is. He feels like a happy-go-lucky The Rock, as opposed to like being a character like Pain and Gain, for example. Like, he was a fucking amped up. Like,
I watched that movie, but I fell asleep during it and woke up during the end.
Yeah. Well, but just I don't know what I'm hoping that the character is better than it came off in the trailer. Is all. Because I want to watch it and I want to like it. I want The Rock to do TV too, even though it's.
I think it'll be cool. I'll check it out.
Yeah, that's kind of in the sports department where it's.
See, that's why I think it looks cool to me. Is I'm a big sports fan.
It's probably like they could probably do a little bit closer to what Playmakers was back in the day, but do it better.
I think that's probably what they're aiming for.
I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know exactly what it's going to be, but it's like Ballers. I'm assuming they mean they're playing on money and sports.
Yeah.
So I'm either way it works. So I don't know. It'll probably be good.
I forgot that's what it was called. I don't like the name.
Ballers,
yeah. Sounds kind of dumb.
It feels like Entourage and stuff.
No. Maybe it'll be the new Entourage.
Entourage's movie's coming out this year.
I heard about that.
So Entourage is going to be the new Entourage again.
Right.
It's going to be the Entourage again.
I have to watch it.
Have you ever seen Entourage?
I've seen a few episodes. I didn't watch the whole thing.
When I saw it's weird. Do you ever get that thing like when you see a poster for a TV show before you've seen it? Like when you immediately form a mental image of what that show is going to be. I remember Lost. I remember Entourage. And both of them were so far off from what those shows ended up becoming. But it was my initial impression. And I remember looking back at Entourage.
When I first saw anything about Lost, I was like, okay, dude, what are they making Survivor, the TV? Fuck that. I don't want to watch that. And then I saw the first episode I remember you were at my house the other day, and they were watching the cave-in episode.
Yeah, the moth.
That's the first episode I ever saw, and it was just really that part. I didn't see any of the other stuff.
Yeah.
About the heroin or anything like that. I just saw them and was like, oh, they're stuck in a fucking cave. Fuck this show. Nobody wants to watch this. And then you showed me the first episode. We were in your garage. It's the place I live in right now.
Yeah.
You showed me
the pilot.
And I was asking all kind of questions. And I watched, I think the whole first season was out at that point. And I watched all of it within a couple of days.
Yep.
And then I was like, dude, so where's season 2? And you're like, oh, dude, it doesn't start for like another 6 months. And I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah.
Is Kenzie still continuing on that?
Yes. That's where I was getting ready to go. She's just finished season 1. We watched the season 1 finale with her.
Okay.
And we explained to her that part of it. You get to go on and just keep watching.
Yeah.
We had to wait.
Well, first of all, we had to wait week to week to watch them.
Well, I didn't watch the season 1 like that.
Yeah, that's right. But you had to after that.
After that, anytime after that, yes, it was week by week.
Yeah, it's Lost. You want to be on that shit. You want to be watching that when it's going.
Yeah, it was awesome. The experience was incredible watching that. I think we have a different experience on it for anybody that ever watches it that watches it all through like that, it's a different experience than watching it.
And here's why: because the 90% of the fun of Lost, besides the brilliant on-screen efforts,
was
the discussion, the idea that after season 1 ended, you could go online. There's no fucking book. There's nobody out there that can spoil anything. So it is absolutely rampant free-form discussion and ideas on it and theorizing.
It was incredible.
And it was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
You go back and watch stuff and you try to put things together and, make this make more sense now. And God, nothing will ever come close to that as of yet. Because as of now, Game of Thrones probably would be, except that the story's already out there in book form. For the most part, up till where we're at.
That's.
I know that's soon to end, but the point being that we can't go on the internet and be like, "Holy shit, what's up with blah blah?" at the end of season 3 without somebody going, "Oh, it's this," and you're like, "Fuck."
It's different discussion like that because you can't do it like that because the story is already out there.
They've made so many great adaptations, but man, I don't want stuff that the story exists. I want it like Leftovers, which will be coming back eventually, is done with the source material. Like that excites me so much more than stuff that you
we had
can
a small
read
discussion about that in your office. That's going to be cool. The fact that you said they're going to switch settings.
Yeah, to Texas.
It's going to.
Sorry, spoilers. I guess that would be. I guess shit. Sorry about that. I don't normally do spoilers, so I guess if a location to you is a spoiler, then
we apologize.
Yeah, my bad.
Okay.
I won't do that again. Because I want people to be able to watch this. And
but that's an article that's already out there that we talked about.
I know,
it's not
but
that.
If people don't go online for that kind of stuff, that's their choice. And you know what I mean? I don't want to be a dick and say that.
Yeah, true enough. Okay.
There are some articles later that I'm going to point you to, but that will be, you don't have to go to them. And
but it's exciting in and of itself, and that show will go somewhere too. That's cool if they're done with the source material and moving on to completely new territory, which is.
So if you do watch Lost, sadly, even you can't do that now. You'll never be able to replicate that experience because the internet is full of Lost spoilers and Lost haters. And I'm not here to blow Lost. I'm just telling you that it's the most fun I've ever had watching anything.
It's what made us do these things right here, like this stuff right here, the How to Watch TV podcast, all of that stuff. It's what got us started doing this.
It's the catalyst to
switch more him than me that he got TV. Me started doing it, but like it right. And that's another thing we've had discussions on this very show, that I used to be a movie guy, and now you guys.
Because movies are great, don't get me wrong, but for the most part, I look forward to TV far more than I look forward to movies.
Me too. Mm-hmm.
Moving on, we have stuff that we did watch. So we have on our list Lip Sync Battle, Daredevil, Louie, Orphan Black eventually. We'll eventually get to all of those. I mean, we're not going to review Lip Sync Battle. That's just me, Joel, saying if you want something light and fluffy to watch on a Thursday evening, watch that. Because it's entertaining. There's been like John Krasinski.
I'd much rather throw on an episode of Parks and Rec or something that I've already watched, I guess. I don't know. I see what you mean.
It was fun to watch with the family and stuff like that. Like something that's not like a For Us show. Like as a social kind of a thing. Like something that you could watch with a family. That would be great.
Okay.
Dude, you guys would sit down and watch 2 episodes and like you'd be good on family time for the night. You know what I mean? Like you just nailed it. And everybody's laughing and blah, blah, blah. You know, guys wearing dresses and... crazy props, and it's entertaining. So I'm going least favorite to favorite is really tough this week because I really I feel like Community is finally hitting its form.
I feel like Community was really good, and I feel like
Silicon Valley was good.
Silicon Valley was hilarious. I think that Last Man on Earth was probably the funniest episode. You just got fresh off that watching that.
Yeah.
That was the funniest episode of the series to me.
Well,
I love it. I don't know why. I think
it's
so stupid that it's so unbelievable that it's really funny.
Yeah.
That the new dude is named Phil Miller.
I mean, give me a fucking break.
Come on, dude.
And he's now called Tandy. I mean, for fuck's sake. I get it that it's funny and it's comedic fodder, and this guy is going to have a shit life. I understand that.
Well, they're drilling that into the ground at this point now.
There was so much fun to be had in this world, and like, why can't he just not do such stupid things to make it where he's dependent on all these assholes? Because that's what everybody else seems to be, is assholes, except for the fat dude, who now is fucking hilarious, finally, in his role of jealous guy. That's so much funnier than happy nice guy Todd.
He was great. When he was sitting there drinking the liquor, he was really funny.
When they were on the couch, you guys get a room, huh?
Hey!
Huh?
Now, like I said, this was the funniest episode of the whole
Yeah.
series to me. Him getting stuck on the billboard, the way he was like, he put his pants up like a little tent and tried to hide behind him, and they just blew away.
Yes.
Like those. That,
You
I mean,
were
that-
my shade and my pants.
Yeah, my pants. But then he's laying there all like he's just all red, and he's trying to cover himself up with his t-shirt. Like
Yeah.
I was cracking up.
That was pretty
and
damn
the
good.
whole time I'm thinking to myself, literally, there's ladders on the backs of those things. I'm literally thinking that there's ladders
So
built
what, you would
into
have to crawl
billboards.
around the side?
He would have had to. There's ladders somewhere on there. Like he would have been able to. There's a ladder on the back of it. Like yes, he would have been able to like
punch
crawl
through it or something and get to the ladder or
You'd
go
have figured it
around?
out. There's a ladder. There's a ladder on there.
You trying to peek around the side of it? That'd be
Well, yeah. I mean,
terrifying.
the way he was talking about he was going to jump, I
Yeah.
mean, like, I was cracking up. I thought, like I said, I haven't really laughed out loud at that series. Even though it's a comedy series, I really haven't, it
Yeah.
hasn't struck me as that funny, but this episode was hilarious.
The Carol stuff annoys me. That she's acting all like she gives a shit and can be a normal human being now. Now tell me this. Explain to me why she's entirely hung up on getting married before having sex, but not a problem at all for divorce. Aren't people who are hung up on sex before marriage the same people who don't want to get divorces?
Her character is, I don't know.
It's totally
just-
changing into like somebody that, if she was that way from the beginning, she's totally tolerable. They were intentionally making her shitty so that you root against her, and then, oh, they divorced, so now she's going to start caring? Like, that doesn't even make sense. It doesn't, because she should have cared when she met him. She should have already been caring.
I don't know. It's
I don't
just, she's
know.
tough to like. I
don't like that they're trying to make her more likable now. That's my problem with it, because they hammered in our head doesn't realize how annoying she is. And
Right.
now all of a sudden she's conscious of it. Now all of a sudden she's fully fucking self-aware and knows, oh, I need to comb my hair nice and put a little thing in it and wear a nice dress, or you know what I mean? Like whatever the fuck it is. Like in her.
Well,
now
do you
she
think that it's just
suddenly
it's the
shaped up.
good-looking guy that showed up that knows how to do everything and
that's
turn the
bullshit.
electricity back on and so do you think there's? I mean, like okay,
It went-
so
she
he's
went from
apparently
somebody who was
the show is
painfully-
called Last Man on Earth. He's apparently not the last man on Earth. Like what? Okay, so there's gonna be who's telling how many more people there are?
I'm sure it's going to keep expanding the cast, and what I would really like to see from it beyond, I don't know. I guess it was really good, but
Are they just gonna
a
keep
couple
doing this stupid
nitpicks.
thing where they have somebody pull up in a car like that, like doom?
Yeah,
You know, whose truck is that?
I would like to see somebody else's Phil pilot episode. I'd like to see somebody else's.
I don't understand what you mean.
The pilot episode was just him.
Right.
So I would like to see somebody else's experiences before they all met up.
I see what you mean. Yes. Okay. I completely agree. No, that's cool stuff. Now, if you're talking somebody else, what
Because
they
like,
were
what
doing,
if like
them
Todd killed
following,
somebody? What if he
they-
like murdered the guy that he
they
was
were,
with?
they were like
before?
following the Alive in Tucson signs or
Yeah.
something like that. Would be cool. I wouldn't mind seeing something like that. That would be neat.
Something interesting would happen.
I'm having a hard time which way to look at you or at the
yeah,
camera.
you can look at the
I-
camera,
you know,
whatever. It doesn't matter.
It's our first one that we've done in a while on video, so I mean,
Yeah.
whatever. Okay. So I don't know. I this is the first episode I really liked. I
It's
thought
coming
it
back
was
around
good.
for me.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
well, it's the
it has
finale,
promise.
isn't it?
2 weeks.
Oh, there's. So that
Luckily,
was
they've-
episode 11. So there's
luckily
12
they've
and
cut
13.
down to one episode a week again. I don't know why they're doing that on shows that they've picked up. It feels like they're burning
They
it
were
off.
burning it, just racing through it. I don't know. Like it
Because
felt
they
like
do that with shows they cancel. They're like, well, shit, here, take 3 episodes in a night, and we'll give you 3 more next week, and then we're done with the show. There's only 6 more left. This just feels like that. Where they're
has
like,
it been
"Here's two,
picked
here's
up?
two,
Have you
here's two."
heard any news or
Yeah,
anything?
season 2 is confirmed.
Okay, so yeah, then why would they burn through it like that? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
That I have no idea on.
All right.
Community. Even though I think it might have been better than Silicon Valley, but I remember it pretty vividly still. The basic email security, episode 606, it says a malicious hacker threatens to publicize
Right.
everyone's personal emails unless Greendale cancels a racist comics performance.
What was it?
Gupta.
Goopty.
What do you mean? He can't be racist. Listen to his name.
Yeah, I mean, good episode.
It feels like the
We
show is
watched it.
now in that we're done introducing everybody phase. All
Well,
I can
now
hope
they're
is that
playing
if they
off
pick
each
it up-
other. They're throwing little jokes at. It's getting better for sure.
I hope that if they pick it up now, for the next because that's really how the first couple episodes of Community were back in the day. That it was introductory and kind of teaching you about the people and stuff like that.
Learning a little shit about them.
Yeah, so we're getting that now, and I love when they now are comfortable enough to just play around and stuff like that because it feels more like classic Community. They get to just have their hijinks and things like that instead of it being all these setup episodes, which is kind of
Greendale doesn't even have a. Oh wait, that's us.
Yeah, the what was it? The Activities Committee.
The
or
Activities
something like
Committee.
That? Yeah, so I
That was
loved
the
how
best.
Abed.
That was my favorite line of the episode.
I liked how Abed, first of all, didn't read them. And then they're all talking about it. It's like, everybody read them. I have a right to fit in. Tell me how much have you read? Just screaming at him. And I don't know. It was a good episode. It feels like Community again. And it's sad that it's already episode 6 and we only got 7 more.
Yeah, but they ought to be good. These
I'm
7
sure they
episodes
will.
ought to be good. I thought the first few episodes were good too. I didn't. I
No,
see
I'm
what
not
you mean
doubting
about it
them.
hitting its stride.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's been enjoyable all the way through. I'm glad it's back. I'm glad
it's continuing.
I'm glad their episodes seem longer. It seems.
Oh, they're
it
almost
looks,
30
the show.
minutes.
We've discussed this already, but the show looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks as good as it's ever looked.
Yeah. The sets look good. The people look good. I mean, the makeup, everything. It looks fantastic.
I don't know
Dan
if they're
Harmon,
gonna-
man, don't be so mad about doing it.
I know, right? Damn it.
Right, we
Lighten
all
up.
love the show.
Lighten up, fucker. Do some damn more episodes or at least a movie. We demand
Right.
at least a movie, right?
You got to do the movie. So hashtag 16 season movie.
Yeah. I mean, if it doesn't do that, I would be cool if it going like 10 seasons. You know, just keep the show going. Who gives a shit
It
about
seems to
six-
have a really good following, like on the Yahoo thing. Like,
Yeah.
it seems really
like
popular.
I said last week, he definitely said that the numbers were higher than they were expecting.
That's great to hear.
That the guy being a complete asshole. I love Fat Neil's attempt at, you know, shaking up the system.
Yeah.
He runs up to the mic into an empty audience. There's nobody else in there. What's he gonna do? Incite a riot?
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, he had to do something. Fat Neil. I mean, he has a purpose now.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, the insults that he was throwing at him felt pretty fucking hurtful.
Yeah.
You know, like really cut to the bone there. Like, does anybody love you? You gotta find another fatty? Just like, damn. Yeah, it's a Gupta. I want to book him. Only $700.
Goopy Goop. I can't. What is it?
Gupta?
Gupta.
Goopty.
Goopty.
Gupta.
Gupta.
It's
Okay.
just stupid.
That's right. Gupta. Goopty. Gupta. All right. I got it.
Chang, I've read all of it.
His line about when they reminded us about him being their teacher. And he was like, "Oh, that was fantastic. They haven't been properly utilized since."
Yeah, and quite frankly, I haven't been properly utilized since. And that I know that's one of those meta lines where Dan Harmon's just like, it's accurate. It's totally
No,
accurate.
yeah, right. But he's been funny on the show. Like when
He just
dude,
didn't want him to
I
be
wanna-
stereotyped as the Spanish teacher. That
I
was
get
why
it.
Dan Harmon didn't do that. Because he goes, I could have easily done that for
just
another
kept
2
him-
seasons.
Yeah.
But I didn't
No,
want
I
it to-
like. I don't know. One of his funniest moments to me was when they came on camera and he was painted, and,
Oh,
and
for-
like the elf from
for
I
Dungeons
mean,
and
then he
Dragons?
gets killed right away. No, I mean, hilarious.
Did he say his name
I
was?
forget his name, but he just when they come in on him and he's I mean the way he was painted, I mean seriously, laughing so hard. But yeah, he was good in this episode.
Yeah.
I like Keith David.
Yeah,
I think he's
fitting
coming
in
around.
nice.
Yeah, he's fitting in nicely. I like him.
I like the contention between like Annie, Britta, and Frankie when they had read the emails finally.
Right.
Like I liked the progression that they did where it started and they were all like reading the lunch lady's emails.
and then it was everybody's.
And then it was all theirs. And then like just the way that everybody started interacting with each other because, you know, Annie comes in there and like says something and Britta's like, oh, really? You know, like you could just tell they both
They're all
fucking
mad.
they're all pissed off about some particular little jab in an email somewhere, but that's totally the way it would be. Could you imagine if that shit happened? I mean, who the fuck talks bad in emails? Like, what kind of a dumbass are you?
Right.
I won't even send stuff in text because there's a record of it.
There's a record of it, right? Yeah.
Find out if my
Unless
friend
it's
can keep
finally,
audio
unless
messages
it's
or
finally
not.
worded, right?
And just send the little audio snippets. Or
Right.
just FaceTime stuff. It's over. You can see who else is in the room.
Right, yeah, pan around so just make sure the
Let
room
me
is empty.
check. Silicon Valley, season 2, episode 2, runaway devaluation. In the
I'm
wake
glad
of
you got
Hooley's,
episode titles and stuff because I did not pay attention.
I
to
did
that.
did some notage.
That's good. All right.
In the wake of Hooley's bombshell, Richard and the guys struggle to find a backer as they face legal and financial woes.
How? Okay.
Monica attempts to balance her interest in Pied Piper with her job. A cash-strapped Dinesh tries to put an end to the Kickstarter campaign for his cousin's new app, Bro.
Funniest part of the episode.
With Pied Piper on the verge of going under, Richard gets a surprising offer. I totally forgot what the offer was. What was the offer? Do you remember the offer at the end of the episode?
This is terrible how to watch TV, but no.
I know, right? I don't remember what it was. It was late, but I know I was up for it.
I watched it late too. Maybe I have to watch it again.
Damn. Well, that's shitty. I genuinely don't remember the end of the episode now. So, yeah, they're going around, and he's trying to. What's his name? Yeah, but damn, what the hell's the guy's name? Ehrlich, going around and trying to kiss ass after his ill-advised asshole spree.
Right.
Where they were just talking shit.
It wasn't ill-advised at the
negging.
time. They were negging, and it was getting them huge offers that they should have just accepted. In hindsight, they turned down
Any
all the
one of
offers,
them,
any
yeah.
one of them, and they would have had money to fight this legal battles. But now they don't.
Yeah, the stuff with
No, they didn't get an offer at the end of the show. It was those dudes. They were trying to brain rape them.
yeah, okay.
Remember, he walks out with the whiteboard. He's like wiping shit down. He left him in there, left Guilfoyle in there, and they're still explaining all the
Yeah,
shit.
they went way further.
Oh my god, it was so stupid.
It was very
The other guys
good.
are taking pictures of the shit. It was hilarious.
The Kickstarter thing was great because
Could those dudes be more obvious about it though? We brought our engineers. This is great. This is great stuff. This is great.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, seriously, like how dumb
normally
are
they're
you guys?
not our clientele, or they're not who's sitting in on these meetings.
Right.
Yeah, so
I know why they don't bring us to this thing. We steal the show. He's hilarious, dude. Dinesh is him and Guilfoyle. They make the show for me. Ehrlich's hilarious too, but dude, like I laugh at him and Guilfoyle a lot. They're good,
the way
good stuff.
the way they interact is because they're just assholes. To
Oh
each
god,
other.
terrible. They're terrible.
But I mean, to try to cancel your cousin's thing, which first of all, the app is stupid as shit. A bro app that just sends bro. You know who we totally forgot about? Zach Woods, the other guy. I forget his name in the show. The tall, skinny guy.
Oh, why can't we remember anybody's names
Because we
right now?
watch too many fucking shows.
No, but yeah, I
and
know
I
what you're
have to
talking
take
about.
all the notes, Jeremy. If you just picked up one show,
Right? Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I could
that's
go
true.
in and get.
I'll
I
put-
could absolutely.
I'm gonna make the sign. God damn it!
Well, I mean, I'm making the video. Doesn't that even that out?
Yeah, that evens that out. Yeah, okay. I'll take notes. I was gonna do Game of Thrones, dude. It's hard to do. I pick up the kids from school and I try to sit down and I was like, okay, I want to take notes on Game of Thrones. Started watching it, fucking completely blanked it. Like taking a single note. Like I watched the whole episode a third time. Totally could have taken notes. Didn't do it. I'm
Jared.
sorry.
Jared is this.
Jared,
yeah,
yes.
him. So
Okay.
he's. I forgot what he.
He was doing the bro app, but he was broing everybody. He
Yeah.
was getting in on it.
He was doing it good, and he ended up getting them an offer via the bro app, and then that turned out to be that.
The brain rape, right?
Yeah. So so that was a nice little tie-in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got a very Mike Judge feel to it.
Right.
You know, Beavis and Butthead. What else did he do? Office Space.
Office Space
Yeah.
is one of his. I know he's done other stuff. King of the Hills went for a really long time.
Yep.
Some of that's funny. I mean, if you've ever watched it, the southern accent really makes my skin crawl. So that's why I couldn't really get too far into that show. But
Yeah.
I don't want to alienate anybody that watches our show that has a southern accent. I apologize.
What show you can't get into?
The King of the Hill.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, some of it's funny. Like I don't know that I'd sit there and watch it like that. You know, like all the way through.
Well, Miles just backed out as our guest call-in for.
When we were too late on him.
He just said he's got a conference call he's got to do for work, so he's got to miss this week.
Okay. That's cool.
I mean, the rest of the stuff that I have is about Game of Thrones. We're about 45 minutes in, so we got 45 minutes for Game of Thrones discussion. I think that works out about fair. I mean, anything
It feels
else
like we've been talking forever, but no.
anything else on Silicon Valley, or anything else that you watched this week that's, no.
Well, like I said, I watched the whole thing of Daredevil.
I'm not
really
that
good.
into comic books.
I know
honestly,
you're not,
so
but
that
it
kind of
doesn't-
stuff doesn't really grab me.
Okay. Can I say this? I know
Sure.
you probably look at the poster on it and you see the Daredevil costume.
Okay.
Right? You don't. Can I spoil this?
I mean, you could tell me when the first time I see it is. Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah.
Like when you first see Daredevil.
Right.
Go on.
It's the last episode.
Okay.
So you don't see him in a superhero costume for the whole fucking thing, dude.
Okay.
It was really good. I thought it was really well put together. Vincent D'Onofrio does an excellent job as Wilson Fisk. He's dark and creepy and he does a really good job with it. I the first couple times I saw him, I had to be like, is that who I think it is? That's who that is, you know? And he was really, really good. I don't know. I enjoyed the whole
just
thing.
one of those
I watched.
things that
I actually stopped.
find urgent
you know
to
what we
watch.
didn't discuss? We should go into before we go into Game of Thrones is The Walking Dead. The end of the season 5.
Yes.
I
we're finally caught up.
I finally
this
caught up.
guy.
Okay.
I still haven't caught back up in my rewatch. I'm like 3 episodes before it, but I've seen it.
I just finished, dude. I'm sorry, man, but Rick is motherfucking right about everything.
I know. I think what they've been trying
They're
to tease
right.
us with is that Rick has lost his shit. That's what
No.
they're trying to lead us to. But all season they've been leading us towards this group has gone too far.
I
now.
fucking disagree, man.
know, I totally
you know,
disagree.
This and that fucking little asshole priest.
Oh yeah.
Oh
fucking,
man,
Gabriel.
dude. I'll tell you what, man. They are totally. I do at that very last moment when that motherfucker did that shit and pushed him and so this isn't spoilerish, right? Because this shit's already been
No,
out.
it's out. What are you
okay, so
talking about?
we can talk about it. When he pushed him at the end with her sword in his hand. I think he did it by mistake, but he cut the dude's husband's throat. What's your face? The lady in charge, her mentality changed right there to
Wait.
Rick's mentality. Like
Wait, 'cause
he's
it
going
was-
to be the
you
only one to
mean-
keep us safe.
Pete, right? Didn't Pete
The
do
dude
that?
he got in a fight with.
Yeah, Pete.
Yeah,
okay.
he had her sword.
Yeah, okay, and then he ended up
And then Rick, that's who Rick shot at the end, which was, I mean,
But the thing,
intense stuff,
the thing
dude.
that they
But
set
like,
up
I'm
that
sorry,
whole
man.
episode-
Everything that he's fucking saying is right, and he's gonna end up taking over this motherfucking place. And
Well, hopefully, the conflict that I see occurring is with Morgan, because now
with him,
if you see the way Morgan evolved and what they showed us he was, I thought for certain, and I don't know if I mentioned this to you about the magazines, the time
We
thing.
did talk about
Yeah,
that.
I thought that was going to happen, so I was slightly disappointed with that, but it was fine because I was like, oh my god, are they gonna interact? Are they not gonna interact? And then to see Rick and Morgan, but then the Morgan we get is a different Morgan. He's Donatello Morgan, where he's got the staff and
Yeah,
but he doesn't want to kill anybody, and all life is precious. So for him to walk up and see this new Rick, who's totally evolved too. I mean, Morgan couldn't kill his wife.
As a walker.
His wife.
but he went crazy. He went a little
lost
crazy.
his shit
so
for a
that
while.
I mean, I don't know,
But
man.
I don't think Rick has lost it.
I don't think
already
Rick has
did
lost
crazy.
it either, man. That motherfucker left that gate open, dude. That's the one you can't. That's the one thing you can't fucking do in this community is leave the fucking gate open, and he just leaves the fucking gate open. All you gotta do is it's not hard. You can do slide that little thing. That's it. Okay, so you leave the sheet open, big deal. So there's a zombie there, reaching his arms through the gate in the morning. Okay, big deal. But
Or
you
they
left the
can
fucking
see
gate
in.
open, dude.
Well, I
Did
think
he
it
do
was
it
a
on
matter
purpose?
of keeping him from not seeing. I don't know. Oh, it was Gabriel, right?
Right.
No, he was walking in his.
Like a fucking haze. And
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
all.
know.
Yeah.
I don't
hear ya.
know. I don't care for that guy.
I don't like Gabriel. He's a necessary character, I guess, to be the guy fucking shit up, because he started shit with them and
My wife's calling.
yeah, that's fine. It was starting shit with them and what is the lady that runs the place?
Janet?
No,
What?
I can't remember her
don't
name
know.
for some reason.
Hello?
It escapes me.
Hi, can you have Kenzie get ready? I'm down the street.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I'll tell Jen.
Okay. No,
Can you have Kenzie get ready?
I don't know what
Jenna's on her way.
I don't know what we talked up until last time we talked about The Walking Dead. I don't know where I was. So we probably have.
Caught in your I don't know. I said, can you have Kenzie ready? I don't know. Jenna's on her way.
Oh, oops.
Yeah, we were on about 13, somewhere around there. I think somebody had just died. I think,
Noah's death was brutal.
holy shit,
Holy
right?
shit, dude.
The tearing of the
His face off. Yeah, I mean that was pretty fucking
On
crazy.
Talking Dead, they had the head there and Tyler James, whatever.
Everybody hates Chris.
Yeah, Everybody Hates Chris was there.
Yeah.
On the episode that he died, like he came and talked, but they had the head that they used.
I mean, I knew he wasn't going to be around forever. I kind of knew
man.
that. Did you really think he was going to be on there for good?
Why not? Who the fuck wouldn't be on want to be on Walking Dead?
Well, I don't know if it was just him, or I don't think it would have been him. I think they just killed his character.
No, I
out.
know.
There's only a few essentials
I mean, but
that we
doesn't
can't lose.
make
Like,
it-
who are we talking about? Like Rick, his kids,
Daryl,
the gray-haired lady,
Michonne, too, Carol.
Michonne, Carol. I guess there's more than I was thinking. Glenn, Maggie,
They're gonna go.
Glenn
I have
and
a
Maggie,
I have a feeling
both of them.
within the next 2 seasons.
Okay,
I
I
think
don't know.
they're gonna be
I mean,
dead.
dude, like seriously, like the new world needs Rick Grimes, dude.
He needs to get back to being a badass cop too. I mean, he can bring some of that back into it. but
dude, he protected that community.
he's gonna have to
He
fight.
fucking.
He's going to
No,
have
you're
to
getting
fight
phone
with.
calls? He protected that community.
He's gonna have to fight with Morgan next season, and I don't want to see that necessarily. Like, I know that's going to be tension and stuff, but like, I just want them to be on the same team, kicking ass.
They're gonna have to be though. Like they're gonna have to work it out in
But
this
they're
new
going
community.
to. It's going to be a
And
big thing, and it's going to be like, should Morgan be in charge? I hope that they don't like ostracize Morgan. Like, I want him to be part of their group now.
I like that character. I really
Yeah.
do.
We've been waiting so long to see him, and he's been such an awesome character for only being in like 3 episodes.
Yeah, no shit. He was.
What a mark he made from the pilot. I thought for certain
Yeah.
when they did that, he was going to be a recurring character, and for him to not come back to like season 3, crazy.
Like when they found him when he went back to the hometown,
Clear was that episode name.
and he had all the spikes and shit all crazy out. Like that shit was nuts, dude. The big ass stockpile of weapons. Like he went crazy in there for a little bit after he lost his son.
I don't know.
But
Great.
yeah, I mean, I agree with him about being.
What do you think about season 5 compared to the rest of the seasons? Like, where do you rank the seasons of Walking Dead?
I love the fact that they didn't ride out Terminus for the entire season. I really thought that that's what season 5 was going to be.
Yeah.
After I finished up season 4, and what did they end in the
That's
train car?
That's why I don't know what to think about
they
this
ended in
town,
the- they
about
end-
Alexandria, dude.
Are they going to
because
wipe? Like, see,
Maybe it stays. Maybe this is the next 4 seasons of the show. They're managing to keep it interesting.
it's going to have to be because like it's a model, like I said, a model of sustainability. With the walls are there, like there's unless
They can go
like,
outside the walls. They can interact with other people. They
Right.
can bring more people in. They can have.
They gotta reinforce the
There's
gate. I
gonna be
think, for
bad
some
guys
reason,
trying to
like,
get what they have.
the W guys.
Yeah.
We've noticed all the zombies
Obviously,
with
it's
the
not
W
just
mark.
going to be those 2 stoners. that
No,
are
there's going
out
to be a
there.
whole crew, whoever W is, whoever this W guy is.
Yeah, I don't want to
gonna-
know. I don't think that that's in the comics. I think people. I've seen people write that it's not, the W thing is not something from the comics. So even they don't know what it is, and they have to be catching up to that relatively soon, I would think. They're on like issue over 100.
And now a word from our sponsor.
You know, I was texting my friend the other day about a competition we're entering, and he's one of those assholes that just doesn't reply unless it has something to do with what he wants to talk about. And those aren't the ones that bug me so much. The ones that bug me are the conversational escalators. And by that I mean somebody who, say you tweet somebody, what do you expect back in a reply? You expect a tweet back. You don't expect a Facebook message back. No, if I hit you up on Facebook, Facebook me back. If I hit you up on Twitter, tweet me back. If I text you, text me back. I don't want to hear your stupid voice. That's why I'm texting you to begin with. I didn't ask you to call me. If I wanted to call you, I know how to use a phone. I'm not a retard.
Watch Blankered on Comeuppance.com or the Comeuppance Network iTunes channel.
Walking Dead. We were still talking about Walking Dead.
Yeah, I was just saying
You
that-
asked me what rank the seasons. You asked me.
Yes.
That's what we're about to do.
Rank the seasons of Walking Dead. Now that we're back. That's where I'm going to cut back in.
Season 4 to me was really good.
Okay.
That's where I bought into the show, was season 4.
Now you know the different showrunners along the way, right?
Well, you've explained this to me.
Frank Darabont, that's
I-
you're not into like the kind of movies that he does apparently, because he's like a known director, and so people were like super psyched for him to do season 1, and it felt like they air it in black and white on AMC, the whole season 1.
like the comic book they do. That's pretty
Like
cool.
it's like the comic book, and like it's an old school movie, like it's a black and white horror movie or whatever. So like I kind of I could see why some people were disappointed when he didn't come back for season 2. But then somebody that was working with him on season 1, Greg Nicotero, took over. And
here's coming
he
from
left
somebody
after 3, and it was like, holy shit! How many showrunners are they going to go through? 4 and 5 are all the new guys.
I feel like we've talked about this,
Yeah.
but like, okay, well, I'll go 4 and 5 are the best to me. Like that's where I really bought into the show was 4 and 5.
I mean, I can't believe
think
how
you got
good
to. I
5
like
is.
the way they split everybody up after the prison attack. See, the prison stuff I didn't care for. That was all of season 3.
It took a long time. I was
feel-
so excited for it, dude.
And
It really was.
didn't. I didn't like the prison stuff. I thought that was kind of boring. I thought they were doing stupid shit. Like how do you not notice the zombie kid eating? How does nobody hear that? I'm sorry. Like I don't buy it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that show I didn't buy up until like when the governor hit the prison with the tank. Is where I was kind of like, okay. And then when he cut Herschel's head off, I was like, oh shit, okay,
Yeah,
now this
like
is
bad
getting
shit
good.
can happen.
And then when everybody split up after that, I love how they didn't just split up and then bring everybody back together right away.
Yeah.
They didn't bring everybody. That whole season basically was the whole last half of that season was them split up. You got to learn like the flashbacks, like
And they didn't even all meet back up until mid of season 5, right? Or somewhere early in season 5?
the end of the season 4.
Oh,
when they
did
put them
they?
in the train car at Terminus.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. No, but like Carol, like at the end of season 4, Rick didn't know that Judith was alive.
Right. He
They thought
finds out.
Judith was dead.
Right.
Because even in season 5, when Rick and Michonne and Carl are living in that house,
Right.
eating cereal, and he's like, "Oh, I'd rather have Judith's formula," and then he's like, because he realized she was dead,
Right.
Or that he thought she. Yeah, I mean. So that was a great little scene. When they found out that Judith was still alive.
I thought that was great. It almost brought me to tears.
Yeah,
like I thought
that's
that
one
was
of those
awesome.
moments that makes me tear up.
So 4 and 5, I guess 4, 5, 1 and 2. I didn't like
your least favorite?
Yeah, probably with the prison stuff. Like
when I rewatched it, season 2 was a lot better than I remember it being. I like season 1, but I feel like they were at that camp for too long. That campsite just felt like the whole season. Season 1, even though they went to Atlanta, I really liked Atlanta. I wish we could go to Atlanta more, and I understand why they can't budget wise, but
I don't know, man. The stuff they've been pulling off lately is really good. No, you can edit this out. Sorry.
now that it's video,
Oh, right now.
can't edit a
Okay.
bit. You just sat there staring.
Yeah, I did. I didn't say anything. Okay, well. Well, that was
Yeah,
first episode on camera.
yeah.
Okay.
You forgot that it's not audio,
Right.
where I could just seamlessly
Just-
cut it out.
right.
Echo, lay down somewhere, please.
You just invited the dog back into the conversation.
She just had to be let outside and then sit right at the door and bark the entire
She's been there
time.
the entire time.
I know.
we're
I
there.
put her inside the house, so somebody let her out. And
Out of the
so
front.
Then, of course, she just comes to this door.
Where she usually comes to, though. It's
Exactly.
okay. Well,
Irritating.
all right. All
So,
right, moving on.
Game of Thrones, season 5, episode 2, The House of Black
The House-
and White.
White.
It's
White.
420. Would you mind packing a bowl? Is that possible?
Well, okay, you're going to be the one. I'm not that guy. You're going to be the
I'm
one to bring
not
up
the
420.
happy 420 kind of person where somebody like Tony sent me a message earlier today, happy 420. I'm like, oh Jesus, you would be that guy that like takes it serious. Like I'm all about
Oh, come
an
on. I don't
occasional-
take it that
And
seriously.
I'm not saying you are, but there's people that are like super, this is my holiday. This is our holiday, bro. This is it, man. This is what we live for.
I need
This
a
is,
little ashtray. I have to go get it, I guess. Okay.
this is what
Anyway.
this is what it's all about, bro.
Just for this one day. We smoke weed all year long for this one day.
Just for this one day, bro. So that's so not me, but
No, I get it. I'm not like that either. But when the day comes
this
along...
is my equivalent of having a beer on camera. So fuck off if it bothers you. Just watch something else. I don't think you will. I think you'll stay watching.
You're going to stay watching
You're not
us.
gonna.
Well, now that we've gone completely off topic. Well, anyway, the House of Black and White.
House of Black and White. I decided to do opening credit locations again, and I noticed that they changed.
They did.
And I don't remember that happening for the first season. I don't remember them changing them so every episode during season 1
I don't know about every episode,
to visit
but I know they did change it.
they did.
Some of it changed.
But was it always the places they were going to go in that episode? Because that's what it feels like it's doing now.
They started doing that at one point in time, but I don't think that we went outside too much in season 1 of the places that were in the very beginning, the very first
Okay.
episode, until it started to really branch out in season 2.
But like even an episode where they wouldn't show Khaleesi, does that mean they wouldn't show her area of the map?
I was trying to figure out if it was going to be in the order in which we see it happen, like in the show.
What do you mean? Oh,
like are we seeing like each like when we go to are the opening credits are we seeing the order in which we're going to be the story
no, because
told?
it always starts at King's Landing. Basically, doesn't it always come in?
No, not really. What did it come? It came in Arya this time. Started.
No, the map.
Yeah,
opening credits.
yeah, you're right.
It always
Okay.
does the
But then it starts.
the lens thing and comes in on like it's zoomed in.
Well, that's the main place.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so you're right. So then it wouldn't be in the order that
It's
they
not,
show it.
yeah,
Okay.
no, because they always show that. Then they go north. Then they go to the wall. Then
Right.
they come down and go east. Can you lock that door just to make sure nobody comes in before he gets in? He's about to open it right now.
Lock it.
Yep.
Oh, it's locked. Go away.
I know, right? Trying to do a professional show here.
Right. And I'm pulling out a weed bag.
It's fine. We're professional. If I was pulling out a 6-pack and handing you one, it wouldn't be a problem. So don't worry about it.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, it is what it is. So the opening credits they went to King's
video
Landing,
evidence.
King's Landing, the Eyrie, Winterfell, the Wall, Bravos, which was the new one, and Marine.
Okay. Well, Bravos was a new one. We saw that one last season.
Yeah, but for this, that was
It's
the new
first time
one
we saw
from
it. Yes.
the last episode.
Okay.
And they ditched Pentos.
That's because they left Pentos.
Yes.
Isn't
Who
that
left
cool?
Pentos?
Like Varys and
Oh, that's where they
Terry.
were?
That's where they landed. That's the first city that you land in when you cross the Narrow Sea is Pentos.
I see. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Arya crossed the Narrow Sea and it ended in Bravos, which
Well, I guess that's okay. So maybe it's not the first city, but that's one of the because that's
where
where
they went. They're trying to remain low key though.
Yeah.
They're trying to. They're hiding.
they're staying off,
They're
right?
on their
Staying
own.
off the grid, or whatever grid might exist in this world.
Yeah. Arya on the boat going under the statue. That was fucking amazing.
Dude.
I love stuff that is like that size. You know what I mean? Like
I love the scale of Bravos.
Yeah,
I
the
love the
scale,
whole
that's what I was
city.
looking for.
The city
the
of
guy-
Bravos was really cool.
the
Titan,
guy holding the thing.
the way he
the
explains
shield.
how he used to wade into the water and crush our enemies. You know, like
What?
you didn't hear him talk like
I
that.
mean, he may have been, but I wasn't really.
He
I
talked
don't
to him. He
remember.
said in days past, or the Titan would come alive and wade into the water and crush our enemies.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he made that sound. And she like grabbed her sword. Don't be afraid. I thought that
Yeah, she's
dude,
like,
the
"I'm
man
not
from
afraid."
Bravo. So I don't know if we ever got a name on that dude or not, but he was cool.
No, I don't think so. Well, we probably did. It's just one of those details that fuck off. I can't remember. I can't be bothered to remember every detail.
Right.
Shit. Now I didn't do these necessarily in order, so just it is what it is. Brienne and Sansa reunite. Littlefinger points out that she failed her last two lords.
I knew he was going to say that.
I mean, good point. I
No
didn't
shit.
think of that at all. Never considered.
No,
never
like
thought of it.
when he said that when he stood up, I was like, he's gonna crush her right now. When she after she did her old spiel, like on her knee and everything,
Yeah.
like it's like Baelish is gonna let her have it because he was there basically when Renly Baratheon was murdered. He was there like the night before that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it was the night before that, but he was there around that time and
Yeah.
he went to go see Catelyn
Yeah, because
Stark.
he saw them joust.
Right.
Her and somebody else, right?
So yeah, he had met her. I forgot that she was at the Purple Wedding.
Yes.
I forgot that she was present for that, and that our Sansa reminded me of that. I don't know why. Just okay. Who has who wrapped around whose finger when it comes to Baelish and Sansa?
I don't think that
Do you
Sansa
think it's a little
is
bit of
smart
both?
enough to necessarily be really, especially on him. He's too.
Well, sometimes how she talks to him, like, does it give you courage? Like about the ale, like you know what I'm saying?
Well,
like
she's
how?
naive. She's asking. I think that was a genuine question.
See, it seemed kind of smug to me though, the way she asked him. Like, does she talk to him like that? Is she trying to be? I don't remember a marriage proposal. He mentioned a marriage proposal that was accepted. I don't remember him.
No.
So now he's supposed to be.
That's the contribution Miles had said to me earlier. He mentioned that. I'm like, I don't know. I don't even really remember that. My guess would be that if I had to just completely guess here, it would be that Sansa is going to marry Aaron to get his name. and then he's gonna die. And then it's Baelish and her are the only ones
But
left.
he's the Lord of the Vale right now.
He already is, but she's his nephew. She's his
That
niece.
motherfucker has really worked himself into a spot, didn't he?
I thought you had mine. Yeah, he.
And fucking Littlefinger's a player, man. He's. I don't mean like he's a player. I mean he's a major player. Like he was way.
What do you think of Dark Sansa? I mean, like, it's weird. Like, I get it. But she's still naive in wanting to know about alcohol and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. After they escape, Podrick tells her if they don't want her help, then she's free from the oath.
I mean, she's a fucking badass, dude. Like, she must be one of the best fighters around, you know, in this. I mean, she beat the dog in a fucking fist fight. You know? I mean, like, that's pretty huge to me, you know what I'm saying? And she was all, we have to be sometime afterwards. I still don't think he's dead, by the way.
Sadly, I'm leaning towards that, but I really think that he should be dead there, and
The
not
brotherhood,
in
that brotherhood.
but not in
The
the
brotherhood
like.
without banners is going to find him, and he's going to heal him with the fucking powers from the Lord of Light.
I just mean not in the sense of
That's
like,
my call.
he
And I
should-
don't know that. I swear
Yeah.
to God, I did not read that. I have not gotten any spoilers on that. That's my call on it. I
Yeah.
think that I can almost see it, like the Brotherhood without banners was close to that area they were in, and they're going to find him.
I just feel like he should have, with the wounds sustained, he should die, and not in the. It shouldn't be like he survived it like the fire, because it's not the same fucking thing. Like,
no,
he seemingly
when
had
I said they're
mortal
going to heal
wounds.
him,
No,
you
I
remember how
know.
they healed him from the mortal wounds?
But
The guy
that's
got
just
killed.
that-
He killed that guy, and they brought him back to life.
I'm just saying, your prediction aside, that to me is lame. That I know that's going to go with that. Well, I survived, get my face in fire. You don't think I could survive a tall blonde? It's going to end up playing into that side of it, whether he gets healed by whoever. Or
I don't
not.
think that's the case.
Or he's
I
dead.
think that, or he's gone.
Which I would be happiest with.
But I'm
as much as I like his character, I would like
I'm
the
sorry,
finality
man.
of
I
it.
really think that on this show, death is we see it happen, and we didn't see him die. He wasn't dead. He was yelling at her when she was walking away. He didn't die right there. We didn't see him die.
I learned that Charles Dance found out he died, Tywin Lannister, from a fan. A fan said, "You have a great death scene."
Oh,
And
so he didn't know?
He didn't know that his character was going to die. It was a while back, but he didn't know that he was going to die. And,
So I wonder if he was pissed.
Oh, I have no idea.
I mean, he made it. He was only he didn't show up till late season 1,
Yeah,
but then he was a pretty strong character for 2 or 3 seasons.
yeah. So what do you think? Is she free from her oath? If they don't want her, I think that she's, as she said, is she safe with Littlefinger? No, so I don't think she backs off. I think she stays on it. I think she's going to get free Sansa from Dark Sansa's role, from that role of it, because Arya doesn't need her fucking help,
Arya's on
does
her
not.
own. Arya, no.
and
Ar-
Bran does not need her help.
Well, nobody even knows that he's alive.
They assume he's dead. Because of the bodies, the two.
Nobody knows
I
Bran
forgot
Stark's
about
alive.
that.
Nobody knows Bran and Rickon Stark are
Except
alive.
people that have bumped into
Except-
them since then.
right.
Since they left, yeah.
Well, I mean, even the people that they bumped into.
Didn't know they were...
Right.
Yeah.
The only person that knows is the chick the wildling chick that took him. Her and Hodor and Rickon left with the wolves, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And she's with them still, isn't she?
I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't know as far as the story goes. Like, we didn't see him since then.
Well, no, but the last time we saw, she was with them.
She left with them. She said she was taking them to, I think she was taking them to Bear Island.
Wait, you're not talking about I thought you were talking about, the skeezy looking chick that they found that, pulled a knife on him a long time ago. Didn't she go with them to visit the children? Or wherever
No, she was not with them.
didn't-
She
okay,
went
that's
with
what I was
Rickon and Hodor.
Oh, and Hodor didn't go with Bran?
No.
Okay. Anyways, Varys and Tyrion on their way to see Daenerys. There's a simple equation for Tyrion's badassness, by the way. Tyrion angry with a beard greater than Tyrion not angry with a beard greater than Tyrion without a beard.
What?
Tyrion without a beard is the least cool Tyrion. Tyrion with not angry but with a beard is cooler, but the best is Tyrion angry with a beard.
Okay.
just an equation for figuring out which Tyrion is the most badass.
All right. Okay.
Because he was fucking awesome in there.
Okay.
I don't know. I really enjoyed that stuff. The him and Varys in the box.
That was the only scene we got from them, but it was really good.
Yeah.
Do you think she'll kill every dwarf?
That was the
table.
other thing.
Bam.
The other takeaway from that. Yeah, I think that most of the dwarves that are even remotely resemble him are dead, if not all of them.
Well, no, she said wasn't even going to arrest those guys for doing that.
Well, I mean, she makes a valid point.
I don't want to discourage the other hunters.
Yeah.
No,
It totally makes sense.
I get it, right? I don't like this fucking skis ball she's hanging out with, the guy that turned the mountain into whatever he turned the mountain into. I'm curious to see where he goes.
Wait, what are you talking about? Who?
The new master of shadows.
The guy that turned the mountain into the mountain.
The mountain into the monster. He was they insinuated that was going to happen. He was going to do that blood transfusion on him.
Oh yeah.
end,
I can't
after the
remember some of the
poisoning.
things that sound ridiculous. I kind of block out.
Well,
And that one it felt a little like Frankenstein.
that's that guy. I'm talking about the guy that was doing that.
okay.
He was sitting there with
So
in the
she
hand
made him
scene.
the new old guy.
Why is
with the
her
beard.
uncle's name Kevin? I mean, really?
What? Kevon.
Kevon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somehow that's fine.
I don't know.
That's all it took. One letter difference.
No, I don't think it's fine. I thought it was weird that his name was Kevin. I think it's too normal of a name for this show. But whatever. I guess that Joffrey and... But she said Uncle Kevin. Like Uncle, like not...
Yeah.
Not, it wasn't like Kevon. Like... It was Uncle Kevin. Uncle Kevin? Tywin and Kevin? Are you serious?
Tywin, Kevin.
Well, that's why when he said it, I was like, is it spelled like Tywin, like with a Y? Like, is it Kevin? Like
VYN.
VYN? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, VYN, yeah.
Does that work? Kevin? Yeah, Kevin.
Brienne continues to kick ass. She took out the Vale Guards.
Dude,
That
I mean,
through
like
the
I'm
neck.
saying,
She cut his sword in half or something?
the Valerian steel sword.
Oh.
She has that Valerian steel sword that Jamie gave her. Like that thing's like it's ridiculous. Like it's a way better sword than any other sword, sharper
Okay.
and harder than any other sword there is.
So that was
So
just
yeah,
showing
she hit
that
it at the
off.
right time
I
and
see.
broke it into pieces. Right.
We get to see Dorne, and we meet Doran Martell. And remember, he was supposed to come last season, but was in poor health. That's why the Red Viper came.
That's why. Yes. He looked like he was in a wheelchair.
Well, he
And
definitely
notice
wasn't
that he
walking
didn't
around.
move. Didn't move anything but his head.
Yeah, he didn't move very much.
I don't know
at
if that
all.
was on purpose but it looks like a wheelchair, bro. If you watch it again,
Yeah.
the chair has handles on the back of it and it has wheels.
Oh, okay. No,
So
I
maybe
didn't- I
he
didn't
doesn't.
notice.
Maybe he is in poor health, and that's like a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Like they wheel him out over the garden to watch. Like she even said to him, "How long are you gonna be?" You know,
Yeah.
like who takes over after him? Like his son.
Yeah, so then
But the High Garden,
Arya
or not
Sand-
High Garden. That's not High Gardens. The Water Gardens were cool looking.
Yeah,
Dorne was really cool looking.
Ilaria Sand, that was Oberyn's chick.
Yeah.
Looks weird with different haircut. She looks like 1,000 years older for some reason.
That one of the best shots, the best camera shots to me of the whole episode was that on her hand, that viper.
Yeah.
Wrapped around her arm. That was a really the way she squeezed her fist. I don't know. It was a really cool,
that was cool.
camera angle.
Yeah,
the
I
way they had
figured
him
we
there.
were in Dorne when I saw that.
Yeah.
Marcella Baratheon and Doran's
That was
son,
right after the
Tristan.
scene though. We didn't about Jamie, wasn't it? Jamie and
No, that's next.
Seriously?
That's right after that. Yeah, because we
The
saw
threat?
all these people. We saw Dorne. We saw Doran, Ilaria.
you said that
Marcella.
wasn't necessarily in order though,
Yeah, possibly.
because I think we saw Jamie and Cersei have that conversation about that red viper with the necklace around it first, and then we went to Dorne right after that.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there.
Right.
It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Yeah. No, it doesn't matter. I guess.
Yeah, so Marcella seems to be taken by Tristan, the guy. What's her name's? Or I don't even know who it's related to. It must be.
That's Doran's son. She's
Okay, it's
betrothed
Doran's
to
son.
Doran's son. So yeah. But did she look up? She looks like she looked up at Yarya or whatever her name is, and saw her staring her down.
Ilaria.
Ilaria. Okay.
Yeah, so then then we see that Jamie's on his way to go get her. Basically, him and Cersei had that thing with the snake, and inside that was, where the hell was that at? I know I wrote that down.
That was in
somewhere.
King's Landing somewhere.
No, not that. I mean, what was inside? Oh, it was a necklace that only her and
Her daughter had.
Yeah, her and her daughter had. So it was a threat.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Jamie's just being all, oh, I'll take care of it. I'll handle this
Alaria, is that right? Alaria?
shit." Alaria.
She mentioned a group that, what's his name, is supposedly the head of, or what? Not supposedly, I guess it was the head of.
Who?
The Sand Snakes.
Oh, okay.
That the Red Viper was the
Yeah.
leader of, like the best army, the best.
Yeah, some asshole pointed something out to me on about that today, so I won't spoil anything
Oh,
for you.
so they spoiled it for you?
Yeah, in a way, like when we see any of that stuff, any of that storyline, it's like, okay, you guys are dicks.
Yeah, that sucks.
Why must people point stuff
God
out
damn
just because some episodes leaked? You got to say some shit. Fuckers.
I even forgot about that episode leaking. See, I don't go on the internet like you do,
Dude,
so I don't worry too much about
HBO
spoilers.
sent out some. They sent out some some illegal download things to people who were downloading those episodes,
Yeah.
like anti-piracy stuff from your cable provider. For those episodes in particular,
Wow.
it was like if you watch leaked Game of Thrones episodes, HBO might be coming after you. Was
Oh
the
no,
headline.
shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I didn't watch them. I didn't want to watch them. I
If
wanted.
they were in HD, I would have watched in a second. I would have watched all fucking 4 right then in crystal clear, at least 720p. I'd be good with, and I would have watched the shit out of them over and over for the next 4 weeks and not had a problem with it at all. But they're not HD, so sorry. Arya walking up to the. Oh, wait, no. Yeah. Oh, Jamie is on his way to get her with the help of Bronn.
That was cool. I like
his
them
current
hooking back up.
betrothed leaves something to be desired.
Well, yeah, but then he finds out right then and there that they're not betrothed anymore.
Well, basically, yeah.
He hands him the letter that says she's gonna marry somebody else.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
I
said
didn't catch that part of
He
it.
says my betrothed so and so, and then her name was in the letter. He's like, what the fuck? We had a deal, you know. He was like, well, I would have
figured
advised
he-
against that.
I figured he was gonna kill the sister to take the castle.
Well, that's what his plan was.
Yeah.
He was. He mentioned that he told Tyrion he was planning on doing that in the
did
fucking
he?
cell.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. See, I don't remember.
Ladies
all the
fall off of their
hangover
horses
stuff
all the
like that.
time.
Those little conversations, like
Yeah,
I-
when he was in the cell and he was explaining to him why he couldn't stand up for him as
I
his
see.
champion.
Oh yeah.
They're basically their goodbye, Bronn and Tyrion's.
Yeah, so
Parting
he's
ways.
like, you'll have a better wife and a better,
Yeah, he said,
better
"I'll give you.
retirement, basically.
You come do this with me. I'll help you." Right. Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens, man. It's going to be cool. Is he going to try to sneak in? Is he going to go in as Jamie Lannister, or is he just going to try to sneak into Dorne and take her?
I don't know.
Does
I
she
don't
want to
really know.
leave?
I don't know how.
It doesn't
stealthy
seem
he
like
can
it
be.
seems genuinely like the leader of Dorne doesn't want to hurt her,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
there is people that
he's-
that
he's
like to
dead
live with
soon, guaranteed. He's dead in the next couple episodes. In this show, you don't get to live and be weak, and that dude is coming off as weak to Ilaria because he won't send her in pieces back to the mom.
But she says she has the backing of the Sand Snakes.
Yeah.
Oberyn's group, and I bet you they're a bunch of badasses.
Arya walking up to the House of the Black and White after being on
So
the
do you
ship.
think Marcella gets it?
What?
Do you think she gets killed?
No, I don't think so. Not
Okay.
necessarily.
You think well, that would eliminate Jamie's purpose for the season, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't think I
Okay.
don't think she goes.
Okay.
Well, it would give him revenge then.
Okay.
We could always do that, but no, I don't think so. What I realized in watching Arya walking up to the House of the Black and the White was that is the most like intriguing thing about the show to me. Not anything to do with that particular thing, but like this little girl who now has zero ties to anything. And like all the stuff that we've seen so far, it seems like a lot of bad shit has happened to her. But like instead of it in a movie, it would have just she figures out a way to move on. You know, but in this, we now literally get to potentially witness her journey into becoming whatever. She could do whatever she wants, and like that her walking up to that building felt very like a movie in the sense that it was like, holy shit. The potential is limitless here.
He says it to her.
Who?
He says it out loud to her. What you're saying. He says
no,
it.
but I thought that when she walked up to the building the
but
first time.
when he comes out there, he says almost that exact thing to her. She says, "I have nowhere else to go." She says, "You have everywhere to go.
Yeah.
You have everywhere else to go. The world's completely open to you."
Yeah.
I knew it was
that
him.
sounds
I
like the
knew
most
that was
intriguing
I
story
knew
of
that
all of
was
them.
going to be him. I knew he was going to be back.
I didn't know that was going to be him, but
I thought they were. He would. I knew it was going to be the same dude. For some reason, I just had a feeling that it was going to be Jaqen Haqqa or whatever.
And you've
his
heard
name
the
is.
fan theory about that that guy?
No.
The fan theory being that he is.
Why is there a theory?
That he is.
Isn't the information there?
No, not necessarily. Not long term, maybe.
That's what I mean. Is it in the book already, or maybe they haven't answered this question yet? Okay, whatever. I'm sorry. Fan theory.
Is he Sergio or whatever, the guy that taught her how to fight? He was from Bravos.
Yeah, and they never showed him die either.
Correct.
It could be
Off
her
screen.
dancing master.
So that's a theory that he is that Jaqen Hagar is
And he's been following her since he was teaching her.
potentially, yeah.
That'd been cool.
Season 2, season 3,
That'd be
so
cool.
he could come back.
But
at
he's a
some point.
faceless man, like, so he could be anybody.
Yeah.
Dude, the coin. You see the coin? What the coin looked like? It's like a face, like chopped off.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
What did you think of her? Like, well, first of all, her being like homeless outside for a day or
was
so.
it a day or so, just hanging
with
out
the rain
outside?
and just saying the name of the people on her list. Who the fuck is the fourth one? She said Cersei. She said
You remember the? Okay.
Walder Frey. She said the Mountain. And who's the fourth one? Because I could not make it out. I listened to it a bunch of times.
Marin Trout or something like that. You know, I know exactly who it is.
Who?
Okay. This episode, the guys that put the imp head on the table.
God, I didn't even remember them.
No, you don't. The
Okay.
guy that's standing behind them, giving them the orders. He's been with Cersei for a long time.
Okay, I'll have
He
to
took-
check that out. I'm not sure.
Ah, dude. It just you know the guy that the guy that spoke up for Alistor during the Night's Watch stuff. The guy with the weird beard, the guy that hid it,
Yeah.
that Tarly made fun of.
Uh-huh.
That guy was who Marin Trout is now. Like he's the leader of the city's guard.
Okay.
That's who Marin Trout is.
Yeah,
and
I
he's
know.
the guy who he's a fuck. And
Okay.
I forget what he was one of the ones that probably she thinks killed Syrio Farrell,
And that being
her dancing master,
Oh, okay.
the guy we were just discussing.
Yeah. Okay.
Syrio, not Sergio.
Yeah, I knew it
I
was.
think it's
something in
Syrio
that
Farrell.
realm.
Like I just remembered his name.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, that's a cool theory. That's cool.
Yeah.
That'd
Just
be cool.
like I said, dude, that scene just struck me as like I don't know if it can live up to the promise of that new adventure. Her whole life is in front of her, but it's fucking fun.
But then she walks into this building, this crazy looking
Well,
building,
she's
and like
gonna get trained in there. It's gonna be like a Batman training scene, you know, for probably a few episodes. But like that's interesting too. But like I'm really
Dude,
curious
like,
about
okay.
who she's gonna become. 15. I want to know who she is 15 years from now.
Okay, here.
That's interesting. To
Here's
me.
what here's they could play this out with the faceless man stuff. And like this could actually be the actress's last season.
Yeah, I know what you're
Okay.
saying, but that would
So,
be lame.
But check it out. No. You lose track of her for a season. And dude, she just shows up somewhere shoving a knife through somebody's back. Like you're like, oh shit, and it ends up being her. Like as she kills him, she takes her fucking face off
Yeah.
and shows him that, and then the actress comes back or whatever.
I don't want her to go. That's my
I know
problem
me.
with it.
Well, we need to follow her. I thought that would be a kind of cool way to do it. Is her being gone
Long term, sure.
in like
but right
like
away,
the faceless man. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like a couple seasons down the road. Like
I just don't want her character to go away. I'm
No,
really enjoying.
she's-
That's my favorite story at the moment. Is like what's gonna happen there. She's like Lena. She's like a kid out there in this world that's fucking brutal. And she's going to survive. Like I have no question, she's gonna be fine. But she's gonna be whatever she wants to become. And like that idea is really cool. I don't know, just something about that makes me really excited. And then
she's going to be a formidable force
no.
in the future when she's trained in the ways of these
So
faceless
do we like
men.
get credit for calling Jon Stark King of the North?
Yes, motherfucker.
Season
Yes,
3,
we do.
Episode 8.
Dude.
We did a podcast about it. It was
You
it was
titled the podcast John
John's-
motherfucking Stark.
King of the North.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. And
when he said that shit,
he
I was
wouldn't
like,
be King of the North. He would have been Lord of Winter.
Lord of Winterfell.
But
But
still.
still, close
Right?
close enough, motherfucker.
I mean, not that wasn't obvious.
I was so excited when he said that shit. But then he's gonna turn him down, and then he wins the vote.
But that makes sense. Because what Sam said was perfect, and the director said he couldn't believe how well he delivered that speech.
Sam?
Like, very
Sam? Oh, dude.
understated and very subtle. He's like, I would have expected it to be different, but when the performance came through, it was like, holy shit.
He was
He
awesome.
nailed
dude.
that. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
saying like, look, yeah, these other dudes are whatever, but when shit went down and you were thought
The
dead
night
or
was the
whatever-
darkest.
Yeah, when we were at our darkest, we turned to him, and he's young, but isn't that a bonus? Like,
So do you think he's gonna find a way to do both?
he's not going to stay at the Wall for his entire.
I can't. We
run.
can't. He
won't.
can't. He's got to be. He's got to become Jon Stark.
You don't
dude.
even have to worry about it. It's going to happen.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, there's
They
no
wouldn't mention it
question
and bring it up like that, but he's gonna find a way. Maybe.
to set up the Night's Watch and be able to leave and feel safe about it. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen.
And he's gonna have.
There's no way.
I like him and Stannis together. I think are cool, and the respect that he already has for him.
What if he became king long term?
Jon Snow.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, John
Fuck
motherfucking
yeah.
Stark. Although, if he married Daenerys.
Why not?
Although I'd like to see Daenerys and the Imp. That'd be cool coupling.
No.
Although I guess she's going to be with fucking
She's
Fabio.
just no. She's just fucking him.
You think so?
That's it. There's no love there. Not like that.
Okay. I
No,
hope
they're not loved
Nah.
like that. I could see
think her and Jon
the poster.
Snow.
Her like there was like the poster of last season was her and Jon Snow like
Oh, yeah?
was in the same poster. You know what I'm saying? Like just their faces
Like they're
together.
going to
like,
interact and then they don't
they
interact.
they would never.
How weird is
right?
that? The people that are on the show have never probably met. Even they don't even have to have had met. Like Khaleesi, there's so many people she never had to meet. Jamie Lannister,
No.
no reason. Cersei,
Well, now, I see. It'd be cool to see her interact with those people finally at some point in time.
but
and hopefully
that's what
get to see
they're.
that.
That's what's simultaneously awesome and slightly disheartening about this show is that this isn't going to be one of those worlds after this story concludes that we will want to continue living in. It'll be something that we would have liked to see, like we talked before, like Robert's Rebellion, past stuff. I feel like it's very Lord of the Rings in that way, where we're getting to see it's all building up to one big thing. And then after that, like the dust will clear and it'll be settled. You know what I mean? Like putting the ring into the mountain.
That's the end game, though.
Yeah.
There has to be an end game.
Yeah.
There has to be.
I know. It feels like one of those that could go on open-ended, but I know that everything they've been saying winter is coming for 5 fucking seasons and there's no winter and it's just like so what? We're going to get one winter. That's all we're going to get. The show ends in winter or maybe the show ends with spring coming again. You know, season-wise.
Okay.
So it kind of bums me out that like it is a finite thing. They all bum me out when that happens, though. I love everything to continue. It's a shame.
But it can't go on forever.
I know.
Otherwise, what's the point?
I don't want it to.
It has to be playing to an end game. There has to be an end to it eventually, right? Dude, some of the visions that we've seen aren't good for what it looks like to be the end game.
Yeah.
The dragon flying over King's Landing, the destroyed castle, like some of that shit that we've seen. It might not end all that great. And dude, this is a dark fucking story, man. Can you see a big fucking happy spring ending for the shit? I really don't.
Could.
I mean, it'd be nice.
All the
but I
other
guess
stuff
it-
would have happened already. You know what I mean? I think, I don't know. Because they said winter lasted for 6 or 7 years or something last time, didn't they?
She said like 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
So,
the
I
old
mean,
lady, like, it was just like
the whole rest of the show is going to be in winter at some point. Like, that's weird.
King Landing is going to be under snow, like the whole thing, huh? You think that's going to be the case? Like it'll be winter all the way through Westeros?
I think that was what they were implying, wasn't it?
Okay. I love Jon Stark, Lord of Winterfell.
He became the 998th Lord Commander of the Night's Watch.
Cool scene with the voting things.
Gilly and Shireen are becoming friends. Didn't realize Stannis was her father. I know they had said that before, but I just spaced it.
No, definitely, yes.
I forgot that.
That's so. In hindsight, the lady that walked in on all them, that's the fucking queen. That's Stannis' wife.
Oh, yeah.
So if he's king, that's the queen.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the other one is, the red-haired chick is just for breeding purposes. Or not
breeding
purposes,
shadows with the face of Stannis Baratheon.
Yeah.
Do you just okay? I want to go back to that scene.
Did you see Jon Snow smile at the end of when he won? Like when
That
he-
was great.
when he
His
actually
smile,
smiled.
I like when he read the little fucking note from the little girl at Bear Island. Oh my god, that was so cool. He was like, the only king we'll follow is the king of the north, and his name is Stark. And he kind of smiled. He's like,
Yeah.
does that amuse you? Like, that was fucking really cool, man.
Yeah,
like
that, and then when after he won, like he gave a little smirk after
Yeah.
he was elected because he didn't think that would happen.
hell
but-
no, he wasn't even gonna put his name in.
Yeah.
And Samwell Tarly steps up and I don't know.
After that, we get to Dario helping Grey Worm track down the Harpy assassin who killed White Rat, and he's like, Grey Worm was talking about how he's forgotten fear, and he's like, someone who's forgotten fear has forgotten how to hide, and then like jams a knife into the wall and stabs
Yeah.
the dude in the leg. And
You don't like this dude, do you?
who?
Fabio,
He's okay.
Dario
I-
Naharis, Dario.
I'm sorry, but call me a stickler, but I don't like when they change actors.
Yeah, I don't like it either. But this dude's been okay so far.
I'm glad that they changed the Mountain because the original Mountain was lame as fuck. The original character, the actor that played the Mountain, Clegor. I mean, no, that's just his name. But I can't remember the actor. But one of the first Mountains,
I thought he was good. The guy that cut the horse's head off and was
Yeah.
about to kill the other guy.
I prefer the new Mountain.
He's the best one so far. They had a one guy, the big, tall, fucking skinny guy, standing there in armor, talking to Tywin Lannister one time. That was like,
Yeah.
oh, this dude's lame. I hope, and he was in like one scene, which was good.
That's what I mean. Like
But,
they've
like-
been through a couple. That's the only
Right.
exception.
The new
But I
guy,
don't
he's the best, right?
He probably is the better actor, the guy with the dark hair. However, something about I don't know. I wanted to see where the Fabio storyline went, and I feel the blonde guy
Yeah, well,
that played him.
he's-
Why would you change it from a blonde guy with long blonde hair to a fucking brown short to Desmond?
We're like rehashing old podcasts,
Oh.
but yes, that's like
That's what you asked. That's why. That's why
yeah.
I don't like him because I'm still holding that grudge.
I don't know. I do kind of like him. I think he's cool.
I liked how Daenerys was told the story of her father killing people with, was it dragon fire?
Wildfire, like the green
Wildfire.
shit. Like yeah,
And
that was a
laughing.
good.
And the Mad King was serving
He
his
was
kind
like-
of justice, not that of the people. And the guy was like telling her to not kill the guy that killed the master, which she seemed to agree with and said he will stand trial. It was basically the gist of that whole thing.
Which was a good scene. The way he was like, she was like, so you want to rehash the lies of my enemies, and he's like,
Yeah, it was there.
it was there. They weren't lying. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, off the hinges, But that dude served both the Mad King and King Robert. He
Yeah.
fought King Robert, and then served.
Yeah, so I mean,
he
she
took over
seemed
as
to
king.
believe him, and she took his advisement under consideration. And then,
Oh, for sure.
And then, what's his name? Massador killed the guy that she had captured, or that they had captured, the one that got stabbed
Yeah.
in the leg, and he went and bragged to it about didn't brag to it, but he told the queen about it for
Right.
Khaleesi, and then she was like, "Yeah, no, that's no good.
The law is the law.
The law is the law." Now, wouldn't it have made more sense? First, she goes out there and pisses off the entire place to the point of revolt by killing him with no mercy and without a trial, which was the whole point of why she wanted to put him.
Well, because
on
there was
tri-
no trial. Because what would there need to be a trial for? Because he admitted it.
No, but oh, okay, I see. I guess
He admitted, he flat
But
out
would
admitted he
death
did
really
it.
have just been the first? I don't know.
I
guess.
Yeah, I guess I didn't have that thought about there being no trial for him because
Because it was just like, wait a minute, bitch. You just said he the
'Cause
other
there was
guy
no-
was
'cause they-
going to
'cause
be
he
on
didn't
trial, but
admit
then
it.
you killed him. And then, I don't know, it just felt like real short-sighted. Like she didn't think that through, how that was
I
gonna
don't-
look.
I-
And I know
well-
she doesn't see that, but it doesn't matter because after that, the Drogon comes back. Really? Drogon? That's
Drogon.
Yeah, but fucking, really? Just one letter off a dragon? That's so George
Right.
R.R. Martin's thing. Let's just change one letter. It's
Right.
Bronn. Okay. So the dragon came back and like almost let her touch it and then flew away. So
So does that mean he's back?
yeah, I think so, and I think that she's gonna let the other two out.
I
think that makes the most sense because she has to get back. First
Okay,
of all, she has to believe. I think.
Do you
Now
think
this may
that-
sound stupid, but maybe the dragon saw her show no mercy and cut that dude's head off. Like, is that too far fetched? That the dragon saw her be the ruthless
maybe-
leader that they needed.
I don't know about that. I think the dragon saw her and felt her in distress after the rocks started flying. They were throwing the rocks at her.
Yeah.
And felt her. Somehow she's going to retake control.
Oh, yeah, but all of the dragons are going to be back under her control
Right.
soon, and she's going to fuck shit up. Or that's the end game, and she never gets them all together until then. You know what I mean?
See, I don't know.
That's
It
one
looked
of
like
those things.
was that him flying over the city? Was that just him reminding everybody who she was,
I
basically?
think so.
So you think he's back?
Potentially, yeah, I think
Okay.
so. Cersei's clinging to the last remnants of her power, ordering around the small council. I like the line about the hand. Like, it was so shitty. Like, oh, a woman could never fill that role.
Right.
And just, she's milking the fact that her son is underage, and like, oh, well, until he's of age, you know, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
The whore of, what was it? She called her the smirking whore from Highgarden.
The smirking whore from Highgarden, right? Talking about Marjorie Tyrell.
Oh, sorry. One thing I was thinking of Andy from Parks and Rec when he was retelling Rambo or Rocky or whatever the fuck, which one he told, and he goes, "Did not go well." I thought of that when the Marine thing when she cut off his head. Like, did not go well. That did not work out right
No,
for her.
right. Yeah, the small council meeting didn't go well for her.
Yeah, that didn't go well for her either. I mean, no, it did. It went okay. She kind of
Well,
did what
dude
she
got
wanted.
disrespected her and walked right out of the fucking. Said, "I don't recognize your authority," and walked out of the small council
Yeah,
meeting.
but you think that that's not going to be his ultimate death? He's absolutely going to die for that. Unequivocally, he's fucking dead now. That
Uncle
dude
Kevin's
is done.
dead.
Uncle Kevin is fucking
So the
done.
king is gonna put him to death for that.
He's done.
I don't think so.
I just watch. That
Okay.
dude will be fucking dead. He's going to die. He pissed off her? You don't piss her off
You don't
without,
piss off Cersei, I
without
guess.
some
right?
sort of comeuppance. Whether it's... I mean, Marjorie's the only one to really get away with it. So far.
Well, because she's betrothed to
Exactly.
the king. I don't know, man. She might get fucking bit before the end of the season. Somehow, some way. Fucking, Cersei will push her off a fucking cliff or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I mean,
don't
that's
see
basically where we left,
You don't
right?
smirk at Cersei like that and make it through an entire season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You know?
Or talk shitty to her like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously, right. Like, I don't know. Anything else we
Where's
haven't touched on?
Jorah?
Who?
Jorah?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
He left. Last time we saw him, he was leaving. She banished him.
Oh, okay. That's where he went then.
Yeah.
I forgot about I was just curious where he went.
Remember, she found out that he was like a spy,
Okay.
that he was spying on him.
Yeah, I do. No, nothing else really. Best line of the week. Mine is, "A man is not Jack and Hagar, a man is no one, and that is what a girl must become." Or it's Jaime fucking Lannister when Bronn said that. But the first one, it annoys me when people fucking talk like that. Just speak properly. A man is not, like, one doesn't think...
He's
you're
Yoda
female.
talking. He's doing Yoda talk, like
Yeah.
Yoda backwards talk. Okay.
Yeah, like,
well,
damn it,
you wouldn't
just-
get that because you haven't seen Star Wars.
Correct.
But
Who's
you get
Yoda?
that. Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Do you have a line of the week? You have to make a list. We're starting this list.
I know.
I'm trying to come up
Okay,
with the
my
ending.
line of the week. You were my shade and my pants.
You were my shade and my pants. Not bad. Biggest plot twist.
Of the week, I mean, Game of Thrones didn't really have a huge
No.
plot twist this
I
week.
was going
So
to say that there being a second Phil Miller.
I was going to say the same thing. So
Yeah.
maybe we're in agreement on that.
Yeah.
The second Phil Miller being the opposite of him.
Yeah. Favorite visual.
The Water Gardens, Dorne.
Bravos for me, the statue.
Ah, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That was like,
The Water Gardens were really cool. I saw a little backstory thing that they did on where that place was. That's like a really historic place.
Oh, okay.
That they filmed that at. They had to get permission to go in there and set they're on historic ground.
Oh, yeah,
filming.
yeah. I saw
like
that.
in.
They said
the
it was
Water
real
Gardens.
cramped and, like-
it had to because they
Yeah.
couldn't change anything
that was
about it. Like,
the making of, or a day in the
yeah,
life.
so that was
Yeah.
cool. Like I to actually see that pay off and the shit that they added to what was or wasn't there. I was a little disappointed that we get to see. I would like to have seen an outside shot of Dorne like we got of Braavos. Like that whole thing going through Braavos, the city of Braavos, was really cool.
Yeah.
Like you got to believe they used Venice for some of that.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't
they had to
know.
go to Venice, Italy for some of that.
Some of those things I don't want to know necessarily until it's over. Then I'll be like, oh, where was that film?
The House
We
of
could go
like
there?
that, the visual of her pulling up to the House of Black and White. If you
Yeah.
want to include that in your thing of the Titan, or are you talking about the Titan or that whole scene?
I meant the Titan, but that is one of my favorite visuals
Whole-
too. Actually,
like him
no,
rolling up.
her standing there on the land, looking at the building, the wide shot.
Yeah,
That's my
that was
favorite
good
visual
stuff.
actually, because
Okay.
that just gave me this hope and like this crazy vision of what she is. I want to follow her character. Anyways, biggest asshole.
Is it because she looks just like your daughter?
Not really.
No,
No,
I think she looks
I'm
just
not
like
saying
Lena.
she doesn't really look like her. I'm just saying
She
no,
does.
that's
She
not-
looks like Lena.
Yeah. Yeah, biggest asshole.
Tyrion was being quite the asshole
Yeah.
to somebody who saved his life basically and set him free and basically gave up his life in King's Landing because of what he did.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
after he
gonna
set
have
him
to
free.
go Dinesh for trying to stop his
I'll give you
cousin's
that.
thing out.
I'll give you that one. That's
I
a
was
good
thinking
one.
either him or new Phil Miller because he knows what he's doing.
New Phil Miller?
He fucking knows what he's doing.
Oh, well, come on. He saw exactly, like, he rescued the guy. Like, he pulls up and you can see the situation. Obviously, everybody hates Phil.
Yeah.
So, why
Well,
not take over role of a
but
new Phil
just
Miller?
the way he's being all, oh, am I sexy? And was I in the military? You know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
like, fuck off, dude. You know exactly. Don't play
New
like
Phil
you know what
Miller's
you're
biggest
doing.
asshole.
Biggest hero.
Brianna Tarth.
I had that or Jamie, like for him actually going down.
He hasn't
that
done it
mission.
yet, though.
Nah, but he's on his way. He's trying. He's already got Bronn. That's a hell of a start.
Yeah, no
You
shit.
think Bronn's gonna fail necessarily? He
No,
could
I mean-
die, but
I don't know. Braun's pretty good, man. He's been all over the world, like he said.
yeah.
You know?
Okay, last thing I'm gonna do. I got this new loot crate today, and it's awesome. There are very hit and miss. There are definitely hit and miss loot crates, but this one was a hit. It was fantasy themed, and like I love the drag asterisk.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Very Game of Thrones feel.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a blow up crown,
An inflatable crown.
an inflatable crown.
Okay. You gonna blow it up on camera? All right. Oh, I got on a funny hat, so you can wear a funny hat now.
I mean, come on, inflatable crown. There's Princess Princess Bride. Echo, lay down somewhere. and
Okay,
stop
so that's
whining.
one of my favorite old movies.
The Princess Bride playing cards.
That's awesome.
A bow tie is from Black Tie Geek, and I believe it's Dungeons and Dragons. I thought it was Game of Thrones.
It's the dice from Dungeons and
It's
Dragons.
the
Okay.
dice and a dragon.
That's
So,
cool. Yeah.
And then my favorite thing out of this was a Game of Thrones Stark Sigil USB flash drive, which, I mean, come on.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
How freaking awesome is
yeah,
that?
that's pretty badass. How many gigs?
It's only like 5 gig or something.
Oh, okay, but it's cool. for
Whatever,
like,
it's
yeah,
awesome.
It's badass, yeah.
The pin, which you obviously won't be able to see. This Harry Potter bag tag that says 9 3/4, which I'm sure if I was a Harry Potter fan, I would
Platform
know what that
9 3/4. Okay.
means. The Game of Thrones House Sigil magnet set, which it matches our coasters that we
Yeah.
have.
Okay. Cool.
And then just the magazine that comes with it.
Okay.
It's dedicated to this month was fantasy themed.
Okay. So that's cool.
Yeah, and then the box itself flipped inside out and became like the map from Game of Thrones.
Oh,
You know, the
or something
sword there.
similar. Yeah.
Yeah, the little house sigil kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I've been staring at those branches the whole entire episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you should check out Loot Crate. Not every month is for everybody, but they tell you well in advance what it's going to be, so you have time to order it. And shut up, I'm trying to be serious.
Right. Okay.
And you should check it out. It's less than $20 a month. Look at all this cool shit I got for less than $20. And even if it's a month that you don't like it, think about the things you piss away $20 on.
Right.
I wish they were sponsoring us because I feel like I just sold them pretty hard.
Well, hopefully maybe we can contact them and get
Yeah,
that
get
done.
some Loot Crate money.
Right.
Shit. Until next week, thanks for listening to us, and make sure to join us again. We'll be doing these video versions as well as the regular podcast will still appear on iTunes tomorrow. And yeah, check back with us because
This is how to watch TV.
see you later.
Good night.
All these memories in my mind, my mind, my mind, my mind, my mind, my mind. I'm still a secret lemonade drinker.